Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. 2,340 pounds, something like that. A Viking 2405 ST pop-up coming in behind us. It's got an air conditioner on it, big XL vent fan, front storage trunk, sofa, and dinette. It could be a good solo camper. It could work up for like a small family. It could work very nicely. It's also really cool that it doesn't have posts under the bed ends that make you have to like wrestle with and support this stuff. It's a lot more like a hybrid like that. It's very simple and easy to operate. Thing is, if you know us here at Haylett RV, you know if there's one thing I'm all about, it's about making serious content for serious people. No nonsense, no monkeying around, no being silly or anything like that. So with that in mind, I do think I need to inform you first off, it's unfortunately got a soft and pretty compromised floor. And man, I feel like there was like one other thing that was just on the top of my head that I felt I should talk about. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. The floor is severely compromised. And I think that that is going to be an almost immediate deal breaker for a large number of people who would have otherwise considered this camper. That's why I'm talking about it now. I'm not waiting 10 minutes and being like, oh yeah, by the way. Or we're also not waiting until you get here. We want to, we respect our viewers and our buyers, and we want to let you know. Thing is, I don't know that I can't like demonstrate how bad it is, I guess. There's not enough light in here. I don't have like good angles to do that. You can see in the more severely affected areas in higher traffic zones, they just laid some OSB down to help distribute your weight. And you know what? I mean, let me get you on my feet. Try not to make you motion sick. I can walk on it just fine. I mean, I'm not falling through it. I'm not like going, okay, step over here, don't step over there. But it ain't right. I can feel that it's not right. And it's not right through a lot of the camper, not just in this area. These are just the higher traffic zones. I noticed if you get your foot right up along like the sofa, like up in here, there's a decent amount of flex to it. So unfortunately, the floor is just not in good shape. Now, there's a benefit to that. We're aware of this, and we are taking that into account when we assign pricing on something like this. So you're also not paying full suggested book value on a camper like this because of the condition. And we leave you a link in our video description if you are potentially interested, based on the premise that it has the correct price tag for you given the condition of the RV as we've disclosed it. Then take a look over there, click over there. You can see if it's available. You can see what the boss is asking, because unfortunately, I don't know when I'm putting these videos together. I'm out here when it lands, and I get that information later. So I leave you a link so you can check that out. In the meantime, the rest of the RV is in great shape. It's really a bummer that the floor is what it is, because the rest of the RV is in great shape. Up here, we've got that larger XL vent fan. And in case you're wondering, the folks, family folks, swapped this out for like a big super slide 32-foot Wildwood bunkhouse here. You see, you've got the air conditioner up top, so if you're going to be at the parks, the AC, or if you got a generator, the AC will help keep it a lot more comfortable in here. Plus, you got that vent fan. And all of these window panels right here, you might notice that they can zipper up and down, including the ones on the bed end. So if you want to get 360 degrees of viewing and airflow, you can. One of the other cool things about these, you can pull all those curtains, including the bed end curtains, gain lots of privacy. Then you've got, what is it? I think it's a king bed in the front. It's a queen bed in the back. Plus you have the sleeper sofa and dinette. You can sleep half a basketball team in this thing if you are so inclined. Although I think that you would quickly run out of food given the limited storage capacity that you have in a pop-up camper. One of the neat things I like about this, though, that is a totally free-floating table. So if you want to take that outside for picnic time, you can do that. There's a little bit of storage over there under the sofa. I can't really get to a good angle on it. And I think I actually want to start over here in the kitchenette. Pop that open so you can take a look around. You've got the gas electric refrigerator down there. You have access to the front storage trunk from the inside. Plus, you've got that handy porta potty cabinet. So this is not a bathroom model, as it were, but if there's a late night little potty emergency for one of the kiddos, or I don't know, maybe one of you folks have like IBS or something like that, and every now and then you wake up and it's time. You know, there's no question. It's like Bruce Buffer in the UFC. He's like, it's time. Well, pop out the old porta potty, apologize to the rest of the family, do what you got to do, and then, you know, go back to sleeping. And I tell you, other than that floor, she's in really good shape. I don't know what might have caused it. I don't know where it came from. I just know the rest of the camper's in solid shape. You see, you've got that storage trunk up front. Now, it's got a top lid that you can open, but you see that you've also got access to it from inside or the sides here. So, you know, it's always easily accessible. This also has that handy stepper door. That is actually your travel door that folds down to become your step, because this has a one-piece easy entry door right here, which if you're, you know, an adult walking in and out of this thing, those are so much nicer than the half split doors, because when you're walking out a half split door, it puts the door handle like down by your shins. It's just, I don't know, it's not a deal breaker. It's just not how I prefer to spend my weekend. I like that little wheel on the tongue jack up front too. If you're parked in a place like a little garage, you know, some homeowners associations, some HOAs, they're, you know, they don't want you to park a camper like where it's visible from the street or something like that. So something like this that you can shove into a garage, well, that works. And with the lighter weight and that wheel on the front, it's not really hard to push and maneuver this thing around. One person could do it, two could do it much more easily. Now, get you right up close to the bed ends, the material. You can see that it's not moldy, it's not all spotted up. It's doing a good job. And you can see that it's raining, as if my hat wasn't evidence enough of that already. And it's dry inside. So the ends appear to have been, oh shoot. I just totally blanked on the word. Seasoned. There it is. The bed ends have been seasoned properly, so the water's not just wicking their way through it. You got that awning right there that you can pop out on on a pop-up. That's very handy because it really extends your potential living space on a day like this. You know, it might be a little damp outside, but man, if you want to come out here, do a little grilling, keep some of the heat out of the RV or whatever, it's nice that you can do that. Also, 4-corner power stabilizer jacks. You see 2 back there, 2 up front. That's something that not all little pop-ups have. This thing, I mean, as long as you're okay with just walking on a little bit of a moonwalky Michael Jackson soft floor, I don't know, I think there's a lot of good left in her. And by the way, special thanks to Mike and Janet for the spiffy new hat. It's called Fashion Sweetie. Look it up. They heard me talking in a couple of my videos how I was having trouble juggling a camera, an umbrella, and opening a baggage door. So they said in their own words, they had to take matters into their own hands. And I appreciate that because I'd been ripping out my hair, if you hadn't noticed by my hairline. Hey! Anyway, folks, thank you for having a little fun with us today. It's just camping, man. It's supposed to be about having a good time. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and if you appreciate the straight way that we shoot you on these things, talking about the soft floor, getting that right out of the way, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, everyone.